Well, what is taking place at the Fiat factory today? Let's find out right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Ross, the Oliver Man. And this here is the old Italian stallion, the 1365 that we put together last winter, and it was the one that started my apparent Italian tractor addiction for some reason. And one thing that's been gnawing on me is the back wheels. They were painted silver. This side, the rim was rotten, as we can see. It's leaning right over here, consequently totally full of fluid, very heavy. But it does not have long for this world as far as holding together. And as such, I was always afraid of taking it very far from home because I figured it was going to let loose. And like I've said before, this tire looks like it's been in a Taiwanese street fight of some kind. So that just ain't going to fly. The Izukati is not for me. So that led us over here to this little feller that we got from Ohio, and it had a good rim on it, which was this one. And you saw in the previous video that we mounted the tire onto this, and so I got it up here, cleaned off, and started painting everything. There's the wheel center, so it's clover whited and whatnot. And then I got my wheel here and my wedges. I'm not exactly happy with the color. I wanted it to be more of like a aluminum-ish metallic finish, and this is a little bit too much Kentucky chrome for me. It's, I don't know, it's a little too shiny, but time will probably fade it, much like it does the light in your eyes. So we'll hope that that happens, and we'll just not worry about it too much. So I think everything should be dry, and we can try to start reassembling. Yeah, because I want to plug through this, and then I'll probably turn it around and do the other side, take it apart at least, and clean it up and paint everything. We learned something again, other than that I'm a slob and I have all this crap over. This actually fell over when I was messing with this and ejected everything off of the flat surface, and now it's all laying all over the ground. And I walked away because I was mad at it. I knew it was going to fall, but hey. So I was trying to get this off of here because last time, in that last video, I think I mentioned it, while I was airing up the tire, I realized something. This tractor has like a little cast spacer thing in there. And I thought, what gives? Because the bolts that were in this center did not seem to fill it up the right way. Like it was, you could tell it wasn't like what it was supposed to be. And I never had thought about that before, but messing with these things, that tractor did not have the little spacers on it. And I thought, well, you know, maybe it's an option. This tractor does not have the spacers on it. So I checked the parts book, and it says that there are two different sizes of those spacers, I think, and they're supposed to be if you have spin out rims. So I'm saying that somebody probably deleted them off of this one, which is fine, except in my mind you can't get as much out of your spin out rim as you could if you had the spacers, because you see, like where mine is right now, I don't think you could spin it all the way in without hitting the fender. But you could if you had that spacer on. I think that would be just enough to get you what you know, because every set of holes I think is supposed to be 2 inches, so that would be 2, 4, 6 inches in, and I don't think you would have that clearance the way it's made, you know, unless you had those little spacers. So I'm not sure that it's going to be a big deal, but I'm definitely going to pull them off that other tractor and set them on the shelf so that we can put them on if we decide we need to go about that route. But one thing I discovered then, whilst checking up on that, the bolts into the tractor naturally are fine threaded, And the bolts that hold those wheels to the spacers are coarse American threaded. So I wanted to get that off. That's what I did when it fell over and I was trying to see. I assume that on this, in between each bolt hole you see here, is a recessed place that has those fine threaded bolts in it to hold the spacer to the tractor, and then you bolt the wheel to the spacer, and so on and so forth. But we'll have to pick this up at the loader or something and see about getting that off. This one of them is kind of messed up and I couldn't get it out of there easily, so that's where she fell and is still there. So we'll pick up our mess later. You know, why do today what you could do never? So we're gonna work on this and hopefully have this back up on 4 wheels, if even for only a short time, because we may just flip it around and take the other one apart. But it should not have fluid in it because somebody's already had it off. But either way, I'm going to try to mount you up somewhere on here so you can see, and maybe you'll get some view of something, but we'll see what happens. All right. These should come out very easily. I see I did an excellent job of painting all the sides, didn't I? These actually had conical shaped washers on them to fit down in those wheels. Some of them are bigger than others, but I actually like this style better. I wish I had more of those, but whatever. Losers can't be choosers, or what is that saying? Beggars can't be well fed. I don't know, whatever, doesn't matter. Anyway, we're doing wheels. I will also be curious to know whether these are the exact same bolts that hold that spacer on, you know, like they're recessed in there but you just didn't use these washers. I don't know. We'll find that out in our next experiment, but that'll be another day probably. I'm excited to see this all put together with the right stuff. I bet it's going to be glorious. I probably should set some within reaching distance so that way I can knock them all to the ground and then be hunting them back up for half an hour. But I'm pretty excited. This is one of the last things I think we need to do to make it a very usable tractor. I kind of miss the other one now because there's so many more questions I have. I could have learned from it probably maybe about these spacers. I'm pretty sure it had them on there too, but I don't remember. I think it did, because it did have spin out rims on it, and I think I noticed it for the first time when I was working on that other wheel, but who knows. That ain't a light piece of iron, I'll tell you that. And then the cool thing is, you don't have them lined up at all. Okay. We're getting it. All you have to do is stand in some kind of weird pose and you'll get it. Now, I bet if I take my leg off of it, it's going to come crashing off of there, so now it'll stay. Oh, so much fun. So much fun. I think I'm going to put the two heavier ones opposing from each other. Maybe that will gain us some type of something. I don't know. Be interesting to see if the other side is made the same way. The old parts book did not show these washers to my knowledge, so I don't know if it was an update or if this is somebody's American version when they lost what it was supposed to have. Time will tell. that's even close to centered. I don't know. Kind of makes you wonder. It's round. Surely it'll work. Now, I dug through my collection of stuff between the two tractors, and I think I got enough bolts to maybe make this go with these wedges. I thought about buying new ones, but they're $21 a piece for these bolts, so we're gonna try to use what we got. Run what you brung, is what I'm saying. I could have cleaned those all up and made them nice, but I didn't. It don't have to be for what it's doing. Alright. So, I suppose now it's time to get the wheel. Yep. Well, that just goes right on there, don't it? I probably should use my brain. Let's just take a look at this mother. I can't wait. That is gonna look super snazzy. Yeah. Even with the Kentucky chrome, it's still okay. Now, that ain't gonna let me do what I want to do right there. Well, let me put this one in. And, no. Will it let me put this one in? Maybe. Oh, stupid. Stupid. Okay, Mama. See, what I'm gonna have to do is get a couple of them started and then roll the wheel around so that it's, you know what I'm saying? Make it hang off of those two. Wonder if I can get the third wedge in. Can I get the third wedge in? Not really. I think we're gonna have to go up with our wheel. Maybe it'll go. There we go. We're getting there. There. Now we're hanging on it. Okay, we've made a mess, so that's good. That's good. Let's set that there. We're gonna put the stop lock on. It's in the second hole on the other one. So I thought I could get to it easier from here, but maybe not. Get in there. Yeah, okay, we'll tighten it later, but that'll get us where we need to go, because we need to spin it out where it hits, this hits that. So basically, that's how this works. When you start it up, you hold the brake for the opposite side, and then the transmission will walk this wheel out till it hits wherever you put the stop, see? And that's all she wrote. So, we should be good there. That's about where it is on the other one. Yep. Yeah. Let's stick that other lock on there while we're thinking about it. We'll tighten them down later. Now, we gotta change sockets, and then we can tighten the wedges, and it should be good to go. All right. Let's go a little on each one. because they're gonna wedge up in there as we go, see? Which one? That one needs more. I think I'm going to quit with that. There. Yeah. I think we got us something. Runs kind of true. Now we just need to tighten our locks and then set her on the ground. So, this should not be difficult, but probably very interesting footage to watch. Man turning in nut. No. Man having a screw. No, that's not it either. Stop in the name of locks. There we go. That's probably too much, but okay. Can't see it on that one, but you will on this one, probably, that the thing goes all the way through. I think I said that in the last one. Just a big pin. Okay, you wouldn't think anti-seize on silver paint would make a difference, but you can see it. So, clean that up a little. But hey, ain't that snazzy? It's like a new one. Let's set her down. Oh, yep, okay. Safety jack stand, that wasn't doing anything. Come on. Oh, yeah. Look at that thing. Finally coming together. That made a big difference. So, I'm thinking I'm going to turn it around and just go ahead and take the other side apart, and I will clean it up and do the same thing. I don't know that that's anything you need to watch, but we'll see if it's interesting. So, let's get her fired up and spin it around. Alright, we might as well start with the most potential for failure, which is these locks. Let's see if they'll come out. At least if they'll move. can always get them out later. I think that one will. Maybe if I could use tools other than like a monkey. I hope you're still recording too, because I'd hate to be doing all this for nothing. There's one. Oh. Yeah, like I said, this rim has obviously been replaced, so it's seemingly in better condition. And it may be that they had them both worked on so that they could use the spin out feature, and then that other rim just rotted away and they never got that replaced. I would take the old little Fiat on a tractor drive now. I'm confident, more confident in these tires. Okay. Well, the only stupid thing I did here was, let's not say the only stupid thing. One of the stupid things I did here was assuming that would come out, and it won't. Let's put that back. Or not. Or not, you know? Let's just forget it. We'll get it later. One thing I can tell you about these, I learned working on an Alice Chalmers. If you go to buy replacement rims, some of them have the holes drilled perpendicular through this rail, like with this piece, and other ones have it drilled perpendicular with the rim, and the hole is at an angle to this piece. So when you buy your locks, your old locks may not work unless they're made for the style rim of what you got. So pay attention to that before you do it. You could always use your new rim if you already bought it, but you're gonna have to find some of the right kind of locks to go with it. But that's what I know there. Well, I was gonna impact these right off, but then I thought, you know what, it might be smart to jack it up first. So let's do that. All right. Well, this go. Two, three, four, five. Sweet. These all came loose without any issues, which I cannot say about the other side. There was issues. There's one. Let's get rid of these. Put these in our save pile. Let's get that one stuck. What's this one? Are they all stuck? They shouldn't be. Can we get to a place where they come loose? Maybe that one come loose. That one. Well, there we go. Oh, what fun. This has got it in it too. All right, well, we're gonna leave this one here, just about where we started. We'll let this dry and we'll mess with it tomorrow. Turns out I forgot these tires had fluid in them. So definitely when I took the valve stem out of this one, I didn't take a shot of that stuff right to the eye, but it's fine. So I'll get that rim cleaned up and painted, and then tomorrow we should be able to reassemble this, and then we will have us a 1365 on 4 decent-ish tires, finally, for a change. But I'm really happy with the results of that. I mean, look at that. Ain't that snazzy? Makes the little feller look like it's cared for. So we can't ask for much more than that. As always, If you enjoy my videos, give them a thumbs up. Leave a comment and tell me how dumb you think I am. Or, if by some slim chance you liked it, say that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.